All right, guys, how's it going? Just got back from my breakfast. I'm just having a cup of coffee. There's Remy there behind me. Can you see him? He's got his bone, look. And we're just chilling. Don't get much better than this, guys. Nice, peaceful day till that fucking dog starts barking next door under the Mediterranean sun. Beautiful. It's nice as well. So, yesterday I went out with some friends, just local. Didn't get lashed up on the vodka or anything. Sensible day. Home early. Feel great today. But when I was out, there was some news headlines came out, some news reports, should I say, very dramatic, based on quotes made by Ruben Amorim. And this is considered a blow to Liverpool's chances of appointing him as manager. And I was in the bar, I was reading it, like, you know what I mean? And I was like, well, I'm not going home just to make a fucking video about that. It's Friday night, you don't give a fuck. For example, this headline, Ruben Amorim leaves Liverpool sweating with shock. Admission of a sporting CP future. Right? So, basically, he reiterated that he kind of distanced himself from the Liverpool job again, but also didn't rule it out. You know what I mean? But you could, obviously the clickbaiters and everything, and that headline was on 90min.com, for goodness sake, Let's go to what he said. Basically, they're saying he has now cast doubt about his interest in leaving the club this summer. I think they just want you to believe that because it's more dramatic, more sensational. You're going to talk about it, you're going to share their article and so on. And what he said was, yesterday, I haven't finished a cycle. Everyone has their own timing. Sometimes it's not to do with the club, but with what the coaches think. I feel like I'm not finished yet a cycle. And then he says, I'll be here, for the next game. That's the most important thing, to move forward. Nothing has changed. And basically he's just repeatedly emphasising that he's focused to Sporting. I think the 7 points clear of Benfica now. 6 games left to play. They won 4-0 last night, right? And there was a banner as well. I don't know if you know this, which in the away end, they were away from home, that the Sporting fans, put this big banner up that basically said, stay Amorim. They want him to stay, obviously, and all that. But, the Sporting fans that I've spoke to, they think it's more or less like set in stone that he's going to go to Liverpool. Now, Pedro the Parrot was quiet yesterday. I'm going to be making a video about him in a minute, actually. Pedro the Parrot was quiet yesterday. He obviously retracted, he was going in very hard, wasn't he, on the, there's going to be talks and this is agreed, that's it, whatever he fucking said, Then he suddenly retracted, didn't he? And more or less around the same time, Ruben Amorim in the previous press conference doubled down and said, I haven't met Liverpool. He didn't say my agent hasn't met Liverpool. He said, I haven't met Liverpool. I had no talks with anyone. And he doubled down at the same time. I think that's because Liverpool, putting pressure on the situation, saying, hang on a minute, we're not happy with the running commentary for Portugal. So yesterday, Pedro the Parrot he didn't put anything out, did he? Because I keep an eye on him, yeah? He didn't put anything down, and that falls into my belief that that's what's happened. So I wouldn't be too alarmed by, things that you're hearing at press conferences and things like that. Because at the end of the day, Ruben Amorim's got to be very careful, right? He could be desperate for the Liverpool job. Sources close to him, which is probably Ruben Amorim himself or his agent, have given the impression, or have said to the credible Portuguese media that he would find it very difficult to resist Liverpool. All right, the suggestion is he wants the Liverpool job. And yes, he's saying the right things. I'm focused on Sporting, the next game, so on and so forth. Now, what he's got to be careful is he can't ruin his relationship with his employers or the fans, right? Because if he shows any sign of flirting with Liverpool, and Liverpool, for whatever reasons, do not choose to appoint him or offer him this and that, maybe they can't come to, if it goes wrong, he pulls out, Liverpool pulls, but something goes wrong, which can happen, right? he can't really continue at this point, you know, because fans are like, you wanted Liverpool job, fuck right off. So he's doing everything right, okay, and he's protecting himself. You know, if you're wanted by another company in life, you don't want to make it look like you're desperate, right? Because your negotiating tactic is how much they want you. Yeah, so if you go, well, I've always wanted to manage Liverpool can be like, that's a fucking mug. Do you know what I mean? So you just got to play it cool. I think you've seen a game being played now. Previously, I didn't think there was a game being played. I think the media, especially Pedro the Parrot, was just being very speculative. Obviously, it has dialogue with Amorim's agent, but it was targeting the English-speaking audience rather than the Portuguese audience, which is who he usually targets. So he's trying to raise his profile, and that makes sense. You know, we know that. We had someone on here the other day, Portuguese. What the fuck's that? Sorry, it's a great big box now. You don't want to know. There's just a cardboard box next to me moving around in the wind. We had a Portuguese fella on in the comments the other day saying, look, you know, we know that you've got to jump on the gravy train. Is that the expression? Oh, gravy. I fucking love gravy, mate. Right? Not that kind of gravy. I mean, like, well, golden fry, to be honest with you. It's got to be salty. Anyway, what am I talking about fucking gravy for? So, you know, we know you're going to try and capitalise on it, but don't lie. You know, that's what this fella in Portugal was saying. Basically saying that Pedro the Parrot was spinning things a little bit. So he's been told to shut his mouth. Ruben Amorim's doubled down, repeated that he wants, you know, look, you know, like, I've got things to do here, you know what I mean? I'm focused on this job and that. While he's like that, really. Yeah? But you know what? At the end of the day, guys, I'm kind of sick of it, mate. You know how, like, with Alonso, like, Alonso turned down Liverpool. I don't care what anyone fucking says. Right? Alonso turned down Liverpool. Right? He balled it. Rafa was right, wasn't he? Scott Cheetham, he's a big. He balled it. Something might have changed, you know what I mean? We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But he didn't come out at any time and fucking say, oh, Alonso, I hope he's never managed a Liverpool football club, mate. I'd say, Ruben Amorim, if for 1 second, I thought that Ruben Amorim was not sure about Liverpool, I'd tell him to go and... Do you know what I mean? Nah, we'll be all right. No problem. They're just playing a game out at the minute, guys. That's it. So don't worry about these sensational headlines, blow to Liverpool's chances with Amorim. Why? Because he said, well, you know, I feel like we haven't finished the cycle yet. You know, I've got stuff to do and focus on the next game. Nah, fuck that, guys. They're just playing with you. That's it. I'm going to make another video about Pedro the Parrot. I can't remember why. Oh, yeah, I can. So I'll do that next, all right? Right now, I don't see any change in things. I don't have nothing to be worried about. Oh, I think everything's going to plan. That's my personal opinion. And I'm sticking to it for the time being. If that changes, I will let you know. All right? So, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, in my morning briefing, I did say that I might have some arrangements tomorrow. 1 second, I might have some arrangements today as well. I see, I got lots of messages while I've been sat here. I'm sorry. I might be out this afternoon, I don't know. Not on the lash, I can't be doing with that. Tomorrow, I'm doing something tomorrow, which requires an early start tomorrow morning. So I won't be doing Saturday night streaming tonight, all right? We might stream tonight, but I won't be getting lashed up or anything. And I'll probably do a stream today unless I go out. I'm all over the place. I know. What I'm trying to tell you is there will be no Saturday night steaming tonight because I'm doing something tomorrow, football related. If you follow me on Instagram or X at Duncan Oldham, you'll see that tomorrow. And I'm sure I'll talk about it on here anyway after the event. Okay, sorry. Okay, so I'm going. If you appreciate the video, please thumbs up. Please drop me a comment if you want to buy me a coffee. Hit the super thanks button, read the video description, jump on the newsletter. I've just started typing one up. And yeah, connect with me on social media. Everything's in the video description. So the reason for the video... The reason for the video was I don't think there's been any blow to Ruben Amorim's chances of becoming the next manager of Liverpool Football Club at all. I think he's just playing a game now. He has never once come out and said, I will be at Sporting next season. Yet. All right, guys, chill.